Green Lanterns, issue 14, Sam Humphries writing, and hopefully I got the artists right on this one. Eduardo Pansica and Ronan Cliquette on the art.
Yeah.
And this is the end of this arc, the Phantom Lantern. It'll be the end of the second trade, I believe. I've been paying attention to the trades this past week. I was sort of looking at them, seeing what they included for curiosity, see how they split things up.
Slightly shorter than this one, just 5 issues.
Actually, no, the second trade's longer because it's 7 issues. It includes the 2 Halloween issues.
Oh, of course, I forgot about that.
Which are preludes to the Phantom Lantern, basically.
And they definitely fit more with this arc than they do with the previous arc.
It does. I just thought that this one said part 5, and I looked at it, so I was like, okay, it's 5 issues, but I forgot about that.
Yeah, you need to think outside the box a little bit with these, because they have a lot of like 1s and 2s in between arcs. But anyway, so yeah, this wrapped things up, and it was a pretty good conclusion. Obviously, I think the highlight of the issue is Jessica putting on the Phantom ring, and it cycles through all of the emotions, and then we get that great like splash page of her saying, "I'm a Green Lantern." This is the one that it picked for her. It doesn't matter what she thought. This is what she is, and she. I
love that you just have the Green Lantern symbol just all over the background of the page.
Yeah, and she makes constructs.
And she makes like, and they're not anything of note, but she's controlling them.
It's basically
it's almost like confetti.
Yeah, it's a lot of snakes. Because they look like lines, wavy lines.
Yeah, but then afterwards it looks like a web when it's got him like tied up against the memorial.
And Simon,
so she's learning.
Simon calls her Jaybird. He's like, "Hey, Jaybird," when he's impressed.
Which he's just so awkward. I take that as Simon. Like, I'm gonna try to give her a nickname.
Yeah,
but
I love when she's so happy.
I like too when it's. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say when she cycles through all the different ones and her eye thing changes, to each of the different colors, and I thought that was real cool. But all the payoff when you turn that page, and she is a Green Lantern, and now she knows. So her doubt.
Yeah, that is absolutely the standout moment, I think, of the issue. Big emotional climax, because we've been building to it since the start of the run, not even just the start of this arc. Her finally sort of gaining the confidence and realizing, accepting that she should be a Green Lantern.
I'd say it goes further. Some of this was happening in Justice League as well, towards the end there, where it was she didn't think she deserved it then.
Oh, true. But that was kind of, she just got the ring at the end of Justice League, so, like, it's always been part of a character, but I just specifically mean that since this series started, it's been very specifically, she does not think she deserves this. She doesn't think she's up to it.
Yeah, and like you can see it on her face when it does settle on green, she's so shocked.
And happy and relieved.
But she's happy after, but then there's that moment, like on that splash page, she's just shocked. And then she goes happy.
And it's great. It's a great big moment.
Well, it also plays off of her ties to Volthoom, because when Rami does show up, and he says about that, and so there's some ties there too.
Well,
and Simon,
you say Rami.
Well, let's wait. Let's not give that away yet.
All right.
Because Simon grabs the ring too, and is curious to what it would do for him. So I like that.
Yeah, I like that he decides not to, like, at the time as well. I mean, it's partially that he gets interrupted. Like, if she hadn't said something, would he have put it on? But then he does decide not to anyway.
Well, I think that's what works so well with Jessica deciding to put it on, is that she takes the leap. She takes that jump.
She needed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's terrified of what one it might tell her she is, what one it'll pick, but she does it anyway. She takes that leap, and that's something that even Simon hesitates to do.
Right. And she has the willpower to take the ring off.
Yeah.
Whereas Simon's more, he wants, could this make him stronger?
Right.
Whereas for her, it's more self-validation.
Right. And also, Leminski and his craziness. I hope he gets out again.
Turning to the Indigo Tribe for a good chunk of this issue. Yeah.
Which is the first time he was like one of the more mellow Lanterns. And still doesn't learn. You can put all the compassion into him.
Well, yeah, because
he's still...
Because as the Indigo Lantern, he realizes, I should take this ring off. But then as soon as he takes it off and the sort of the spell of the Indigo Tribe wears off, he's like, wait, what have I done? Give my ring back.
So now they literally have a Schmeagol/Gollum character in Green Lantern mythos. Is he just wants
it's taken this long, really, when you say it like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Precious.
Yeah, and he wants it as he's tied up against the monument. And he's just freaking out. He wants his ring back.
But I kind of love that once he's tied up, that you don't see from him again for the rest of this year. They just ignore him. Like, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's Leminski. That's what he does. That's his entire arc, is he's always been neglected.
Yeah.
And then Vath and Isomat show up, which it was good to see him, but they're kind of jerks, man.
They are. They basically come down and go, "What? This is an issue? Hal's busy. We're all busy saving the universe. You little punks can stay here on Earth and deal with your own problems."
It was almost like in a cop movie where the FBI show up and it was like, "You need to get control of your stuff. This is not FBI business."
And
then they take off.
Then the president shows up and goes,
"Yeah,
come on, guys."
Yeah.
So that never happened. Well, I suppose it kind of did, because I suppose Rami, but Rami, of course, the twist here at the end of this show, and I knew the twist was coming as soon as
it got away from him, it was like, okay.
Yep.
It was that the panel at the bottom of the page where you see his eyes, and you can just sort of tell he's up to something. That's not really him.
Well, when he showed up, and I was like, well, he was in a battle of life and death last time we saw him.
Which obviously sets up the
weird
idea.
If we didn't pay off.
Because he just sort of casually says, "Yes, I defeated Volthum, and he's in this orb thing now." But it turns out, no, it's actually the other way around. Volthum has turned into what looks like Rami, and Rami's trapped in the orb. And so Volthum, as Rami, is going to, quote-unquote, train the Lanterns.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
It should be. That should be the next big arc. Yeah.
Because Volthum in of himself isn't a bad guy. He's a tragic character. So I'm wondering if this is going to be almost a validation, where
it's like he wants to prove that he's better than the Guardians. Yeah.
And even if he somewhat succeeds, they're still going to eventually find out what he's done and that he's got Rami trapped, and that'll
of course
cause conflict. So, I thought that was a fine, solid conclusion to the arc.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my favourite issues are still probably the baking cookies and Halloween ones.
I agree. I really like those, but in the actual the main arc, this might have been my favorite because I really loved that moment at the end with Jessica. I thought that was so well deserved that it kind of works for the entire arc.
Yeah, Jessica's moment's great. The only other one that I maybe like more in the main arc is the Leminski issue, where it was just following his life.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Because that was really well put together.
But it's become Green Lanterns that I want to read.
Yeah, I was just there. Think about how we were for the first arc, and you can go back and listen to that, and Jesus, this has gone so far.
It's working the kinks out. I think Humphreys is comfortable now. He has the characters.
Oh yeah, we got rid of the Red Lanterns, and it got better.
Yeah.
So
I'm still wanting to see how Jessica's going to deal with Larfleeze, if he ever shows up.
You still know those Red Lanterns are coming back though, because they never resolved that.
I'm kind of hoping that by the time they do, this will have found its groove so much that we'll roll with it and it'll be fine. I just think it was a bad choice to start with it.
Yeah. I almost see, but if you started with this instead, you don't get that great moment of Jessica.
Yeah, this pays off better because
it's like it needed something else at the start, but this still needed to be where it was.
Yeah, going through another arc first makes the payoff with Jessica at the end of this one a lot better, because it doesn't feel like it's just been, like I say, it's not just the start of this arc. The start of this entire series has been hard with these feelings, so it pays off a lot better.
She's slowly climbing my ranks of Lanterns. She's pretty close to Gardner as it stands now as a character.
She may be my second favorite.
Yeah.
If not third, certainly.
She's certainly climbing up.
Yeah.
I went back and read New Frontier, and I realized I like Hal more set in that era where he's the pilot, and I feel he's kind of lost now when Johns isn't writing him, because he is such a relic of a certain time.
I feel like with him trying to be the leadership role and stuff doesn't really work as well for him.
He works as the guy that's going up against authority, not as the authority.
Yeah.
So, it's good that we have these two Lanterns, which are completely different than Hal in every single way. And that's, I think, why I like Jessica so much, is that she's earning basically her wings as she goes. And I hope they don't pick up on those threads that Johns did, that she's going to have the Stark turn. Because I'm going to be heartbroken.
If they do, I think it won't be as obvious as that. In this case, maybe it'll be Volthum.
Stop making noise, Matt. I seen that look as you noticed what you did.
It was, my hand hit my mouse pad by accident, and it flipped a little. I have a hard plastic mouse pad. So.
Dear.
Yeah, it would be more like him leading her down a path, and she thinks she's doing the right thing, following the Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this dark path will be because Volthum's the one driving her. and then
Yeah.
well, it'll be a swerve and it won't be exactly what we thought it was. So